www.westsidewill.com presents the life and times of Lefty Brown.
School he didn't fit in, college didn't fit in. Matter of fact, everywhere he went he didn't fit in. Little boy lost in this world, turned to a grown man lost in the same small world. Someone's gotta give in, can't work for a living. Wondering if heaven be the only place he fit in. Turned and glanced up at the sky. All he saw was stars, maybe one of them tell him why.
Looking back to the past, little man is at the bus stop. The corner where the cool kids hang is the backdrop. I guess the coach showed it, it's because of the goal. They promised mom would make their friends at school. They would let him sit in the back of the bus. Kids are mean, making fun, cause it said Bugle Boy in his jeans. He got his shoes and Payless, and they're all wearing Nikes. They got brand name apparel, and he's stuck wearing whiteies. He walks through the halls with his head to the ground. He's eating lunch by himself, no one bothers to sit down. Outside during recess, when all the kids played, he got picked last, they didn't bother to ask him his name. No one made an attempt to know him, or tried to be his friend. He wondered how it all started, and when would it end. He was so young back then, and already wanted to give in. School seemed like a prison just because he didn't fit in.
School he didn't fit in, college didn't fit in. Matter of fact, everywhere he went he didn't fit in. Little boy lost in this world, turned to a grown man lost in the same small world. Someone's gotta give in, can't work for a living. Wondering if heaven be the only place he fit in. Turned and glanced up at the sky. All he saw was stars, maybe one of them tell him why.
He didn't want to fake it like he did back in high school just to be cool. He acted and dressed like a damn fool. He wore the baggy pants even though he felt stupid. Hit on drunk girls and played the part of one-night cube. It was all a performance, he'd grown tired of the act. But he had been this way for so long, he didn't know his way back. In college he made new friends, and with them he realized that there's no sense in living your life in disguise.
Over time he became a completely different person. He hated his old self and loved the 2.0 version. He didn't feel the need to fit in or follow a trend. He could finally be himself and didn't have to pretend.
New music found his ears, he started wearing new clothes. He stopped going to bars, the taste of liquor quickly got old. He laughed at his past, and now he always had to fit in. The fear of not being cool, he was finally acquitted.
School he didn't fit in, college didn't fit in. Matter of fact, everywhere he went he didn't fit in. Little boy lost in this world, turned to a grown man lost in the same small world. Someone's gotta give in, can't work for a living. Wondering if heaven be the only place he fit in. Turned and glanced up at the sky. All he saw was stars, maybe one of them tell him why.
Graduation came and went, and it was time to go home and show his hometown friends how much he had grown. But he got a different reaction upon his arrival. He was seen less like a friend and more like a rival. They made fun of his black shirts and laughed at his tight jeans, but didn't ask about his lip ring, afraid of what it might mean. They threw him a beer, but he never started drinking. They called him a fag and asked what was he thinking. So he took a look around, and all at once it hit him. These are the same kids who used to refuse to sit with him. The same people who picked him last during recess thought less of him just by the way that he dressed. They weren't his friends at all, just enemies in disguise. And he finally had the confidence to sever the ties. To a fresh new start, he was officially committed, finally content with himself, never caring if he fit in.